Welcome to Comics Experiment, the show right here at Comicstorian.
What was that?
What is going on? Hey, did someone spike it? Street people?
I've been slipping rum into all of his drinks.
I was going with 80s
what
face
that
just
was.
I couldn't do it.
I don't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
I was doing the magic hand thing.
No, not at one point did he do that in the show.
No, I had to add the noise. Makes you really confused.
Okay, good.
Did it work?
I guess.
Welcome to the Comics Experiment, the show that we film every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern over at our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Comicstorian, and then we upload to our YouTube channel, Comicstorian. And it also goes to Spotify and iTunes and various other podcast formats, and you can get early access to it over at Patreon. At this point, you're probably wondering, what is the Comics Experiment? Well, it is a show that I produce with my good buddy Dan and that guy named Andy, and we discuss things within the comic book world, be it various forms of news or interesting topics or whatever, such as today's topic. The Hulk has been repurchased by Marvel, and they're going to be making a solo Hulk film. Supposedly, it's a rumor, but we're going to talk about that. If these are the kinds of things you enjoy, please consider going and supporting the show by going to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, or you can support it at the live show, twitch.tv/Comicstorian. Or if neither of those are doing it for you and you just want to support us with an ad sponsor, guess what? The show is also sponsored by 4 Hymns, where you can get incredible hair, incredible skin, and sexual wellness. By going to the code 4hymns.com/comics. Yeah. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that in the middle of today's show. They're probably wondering why they're both laughing and having a good time. It's simply because no one expected me to get the intro on technically the second try. It's normally a 15-take process here to get this off the ground.
It's not why I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing?
Because you're talking with a weird tone to your voice.
Exactly.
Tonight at 11. What's with the tone? I also like comic books.
Andy, what is the weather today?
Today it will be partly cloudy with a chance of sexual wellness.
And Dan, what's going on with that news report over in the city? This is your chance to get in on the bit.
This is your big moment.
You gotta get in on the bit. Come on.
I want you to talk like that the rest of the show.
You gonna be okay there, buddy?
I don't. For the record, there's like 4 or 5 minutes of this before we actually start recording.
Yeah.
too.
I mean, it's a
I'm-
podcast. We just have a lot of fun with it.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
And we talk like this the whole
talk like
time.
this.
Welcome
In
to
the city.
Is this the ASMR version of Comics
That's what I mean. That's
Experiment?
kind of what it
The city
sounded like at the
has
beginning.
The Hulk and MCU is gonna fix
I don't
it.
really want to redo the intro. I think I did okay.
no,
I think
it's
that's
fine.
fine. I think it's good. I think it
It's-
was good.
it's good,
But
yeah.
I don't think we should talk like that because I'll break down laughing the whole time.
I think that's what we should do, Andy. So, Andy, did you hear the rumor
We'll
mills?
be stuck like that the rest of the day.
It's gonna be awful.
Andy, do you want to play some Call of Duty?
No,
We can shoot some noobs.
Let us pwn some news.
We were gone for the entire holiday, and we all
And
decided
this is
to
how
start
we got
doing
this
this.
stuck. Apparently, yeah.
This is how we do things now. Welcome to the Complete Story series. Today,
I quit.
I'm going to be
Wrong
talking
show.
about Batman. Batman approached Penguin, and he was like, "Penguin, you need to give
Did
up
he get
this
stuck
life
on a
of
different show? What happened?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Oh,
started
as you
off-
can tell, guys.
There it is. That's his normal voice.
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
what's
it's a
going
good thing
on.
this isn't the first episode ever, and we have like 2 years of back episodes we can watch. I like our Twitch chat. They're like, wow, this went off the rails quick. So today's topic is going to be really simple. A rumor is going around from MCU Cosmic, which is known for having somewhat sustainable rumors, that Marvel has acquired the rights to the Hulk.
Okay.
Along with Namor, and apparently they did so to make a solo Hulk movie.
Okay.
They really did it to get that Solo Namor movie. That's
But-
where
I'd
the money's
watch-
at.
I'd
Just
watch
saying.
that.
As this is a podcast, and I love the complaints of people that are like, "Oh, the topic in the video doesn't start till 20," and I'm like, "It's an hour-long video. It's a podcast. What is wrong with you? Do you not understand the world of podcasting that we do with various advertisers such as forhims.com to give you that incredible hair, incredible skin, and incredible sexual wellness."
Get angry about the sexual wellness part.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a little weird.
Anyway,
But if you want to get happy, you can get a discount free first month at forhims.com/comics. Just
Nice.
saying.
That was well done.
anyway, yeah, no. So what'd you guys do for the holiday? I know we all kind of hung out, and I know, but no one else.
Say you were there.
We all like live in close proximity, and our holidays are pretty
you
much
all
hanging
came
out.
over to my house and we
Yeah.
got drunk and played beer pong.
And we rocked it.
We did. It was awesome.
We're the best.
Yeah.
I discovered one that there are rules to beer pong. Never thought that was a thing.
Yeah.
Two,
Quite strict.
that I'm really bad at beer pong when I'm not 21 and drunk at the barracks. Although I may have been terrible then too. I was probably already
That's
drunk.
probably more likely, yeah.
I mean, did you guys do anything else? Like you did some like wife stuff.
That sounded weird. It was our anniversary. We went like had a romantic weekend together. I don't know if I'd call it wife stuff.
Okay, well, Dan, what did you do?
I played Black Desert Online.
Nice.
Which is
bro, I
wife
like it.
stuff for Dan.
Yeah.
Waifu stuff.
Waifu
Yeah,
stuff.
and waifu stuff. I played a lot of Black Desert Online as well. I also watched the entirety of Daybreak. Great show, by the way.
Oh, I rewatched Full Metal Alchemist. I
Shocking.
did my one
Shocking.
watch of the year, or my first watch of
Right
the
at
year.
the end.
No, this was actually it was January 2nd. I was like,
Oh, so he's got out of the way already.
So you got it
I
done.
got to get out of the way. Now I got
to
to go through Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm on
All right,
season
yeah.
2.
Sure.
I also watched the entirety of the show Raising Dion that I didn't even know was a thing. So apparently it's a show produced by Michael B. Jordan. It's about a kid in the inner city who he's like 6 or 7 and he gets superpowers. And like a whole explanation is that's the journey. The mother trying to raise him, dealing with being in the inner city, having these powers, how should he use them? But the father is actually Michael B. Jordan. So I was like,
I mean,
what?
if you're gonna have a father,
It's Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan's pretty solid.
And then I watched the entirety of the show
He was in Creed 2.
Speechless, which was really good for the first 2 seasons and went off the rails in the 3rd season.
Speechless.
The concept is it's a disabled kid with cerebral palsy.
Yep.
I think that's they kept saying CP. So
Cerebral palsy.
okay, and he apparently the actor actually has it.
Oh, okay.
And so the concept is like the family trying to like help him have a normal life, but the family reminded me of like Malcolm in the Middle because they were all just complete screw ups with no money and had no idea what they're doing, but they all came together to help this one kid. The first 2 seasons are great, and then the 3rd season when they were like he was graduating high school, it went in the direction of like, well, what are we supposed to do next? Everyone's practically a cartoon character. You know, like everyone
And
had
they all went into space.
Wait, it's a cartoon?
No, it's a TV show, and they all acted like normal humans. I'm saying in the last season,
It was just like
Oh, it
wacky
went so
adventures.
off.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
it went so off the rails, and they all got so wacky in their personalities that I was like, what are you doing?
I don't know. Our family's pretty wacky. I could see us being like a comic book or a cartoon.
A cartoon.
I mean, didn't our nephew
can see
just knock himself out playing cops and robbers? With ice skates?
Hilarious.
Don't tell our mother that, though. She is really upset that he did that.
Yeah, apparently. He's fine.
We hope.
Probably.
So
Hopefully.
I watched all of that show.
We all
I've just started a
watched,
show called Norseman, which is a comedy about
Interesting.
Vikings
Where is this?
on Netflix. And it's dry humor that you will like.
All right.
It's not over the top.
That's
It's not
perfect.
funny at all, Daniel. I love it.
I've watched the
kind.
first 2 episodes of it so far, and I'm kind of really enjoying it. Like, and like one of the guys is like he's the slave that they let go 10 years ago, but you know, life on the outside world's hard, so he hasn't left. He's just here. And then you have the other one
So
that,
Huey?
and then they have another slave that they picked up from Greece who wants like slaves' rights.
Sure.
He's trying to fight for that. but
Why
as
wouldn't
do.
you? Yeah,
As
you
do.
Makes sense.
And then you have all the various like the Vikings doing their all kinds of things.
Viking
I'll have to
stuff.
check this out.
It's actually pretty good. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
We all watched Witcher and Mandalorian.
Yep.
Which
Both
was
of those.
fantastic. Both of them. Both worth watching.
Are they?
You said it kind of angrily at them.
Both
Like somebody was already. Somebody was arguing with you.
And Harley Quinn.
I'm behind.
I'm behind. on
Yeah, I'm
Harley
behind
Quinn
on
as
Harley.
well.
And I fell behind too. And it's only because I kept forgetting it's coming out. And then I'll be like, oh, there's like 3 to go. Crap.
Well, yeah, because I don't generally go on my DC Universe app.
Don't say that out loud. You're allowed to have your own opinion, just not on the show.
I just said I don't. I just said I don't go on it very often. That's all.
It's
Yeah.
a joke. I'm joking around.
Stop yelling at me.
I don't even go on Disney Plus, honestly, after Mandalorian. I liked that meme that was going around. Why are you unsubscribing from Disney Plus?
Yeah.
The Mandalorian has ended. This is the way.
This is the way.
It's true. This is the way. New season. In the fall.
Except I will be honest, Mandalorian was so good, I would pay to not watch during the break just to support the Mandalorian. That's how good that
I would pay
show
to
was.
not watch the Mandalorian. That's how good that show was.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
The Jeff Goldblum show's funny.
Yes.
It is.
I do like seeing his just
The,
reaction to everything.
The funniest part for me was when he does the shoe episode and he runs for custom shoes.
Oh, and he doesn't.
And
He's like such
he's
a
a bopper.
Such a
so
weird
he's like,
run. Yeah.
He runs in a way that you see people running in like
Movies?
poor graphic video games.
I could see that. Yeah. I could see that.
It's a good show though. Good show. All right.
So you guys want to hit our topic then?
Sure.
All right. So the rumor mill going around, I believe, and I may be wrong about this. It's from MCU Cosmic started it, who apparently has an insider that has leaked this information.
There's a lot of
It's
insiders in the world.
It's now being picked up by multiple outlets over and over and over.
Okay.
And what we are eventually getting is the rumor is going around that the Marvel Cinematic Studios, it's Marvel Studios now, I think, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has picked up the rights to Incredible Hulk and Namor. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Universal actually owned the rights to Hulk and Namor. And in order to make anything involving
I never knew anyone.
I didn't know anyone
Namor.
owned Namor.
Yeah.
That's.
I
I always assumed he would probably be part of whoever owned Fantastic Four or the X-Men, because he is both a Fantastic Four, kind of a main guy, not a main guy, but he's in Fantastic Four a lot, and he's a mutant as well. So
Well, apparently, he's a part of Universal.
They never made a Namor movie. It's not like we got a random.
Well,
one
a lot of
90s
studios
or
had
something.
various
Yeah.
rights that they never ran with.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things reverted. You don't even know it because you didn't know it was gone.
Right. Or it was like, hey, we'll give you Namor for $5, and they're like, oh, but I want my coffee. Fine, I'll take the rights to Namor.
No, you know what it was? They were like, we really want the Hulk. They're like, we'll give you Namor as well. And they're like, can we get a discount?
Can we give you more to not give us Namor?
The guy with wings on his feet.
Anyway, Universal owned the rights to them, and that's why we got the Edward Norton movie. But anything after the Edward Norton movie had to be handled, like if the Hulk was being used, I believe the rights allowed them to use the Hulk, and they had to pay Universal to use the Hulk.
It was very similar to the Sony Spider-Man deal.
And then, but if Universal wanted to make a solo Hulk film, then they had all rights to do that.
It would have been hilarious if Universal was just making solo Hulk films that had nothing to do with the MCU, like the whole time.
That would have been great.
It was just like Edward Norton's Hulk and like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Just so confusing.
Now, apparently, the rumor is that the rights have gone back to Marvel.
Okay.
And apparently that rumor has led to a follow-up rumor that we are potentially going to finally get a solo Hulk movie again.
Okay.
This leads a lot of questions. The Namor thing, I feel like, is a part. What was the movie where they hinted at it? The Namor.
Supposedly they hinted at it in Endgame.
Was it an Endgame? That there was a lot
they were
of
talking
rumblings?
about there was like something going on under the ocean, and somebody said something to the effect of like the ocean will deal with itself. We have to deal with this, and that was everybody was like, oh, that's rumors of Namor.
Right, and then the director for Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange thing, tweeted out an image of Doctor Strange fighting Namor.
Oh, really? I didn't
he
see
did.
that.
He tweeted out a cover of a comic book, like, "Hey, I'm using this as reference." Yeah. And the one that he basically tweeted out was Doctor Strange fighting Namor. Okay. Like, everyone's like, "What?" So he might get like introduced in Doctor Strange and then get his own thing.
Sure, yeah. Which I mean, they would probably do that, like introduce the character into his own thing.
For me, that though, with the fact that this was mentioned in Endgame, the fact that Universal and Marvel have seemingly had a pretty good relationship the whole time. It's not like the Sony situation.
Right.
This has probably been in the works for a while.
No,
like when Universal's rights reverted, like it was kind of a deal like, hey, we'll share the profits with you, and then in 2020, when the rights are done, we're just gonna get
we'll just take them back.
And we'll call it good.
We'll make Planet Hulk.
Well, so that leads to the next question. If Marvel has it back, they've created a weird Professor Hulk that we never got the story of how it even happened.
All right, ready? Okay, sorry. Yeah, keep going. I've already prepped my plan.
Oh,
of attack.
He's got a prep.
How would they make a Hulk movie to redeem the Hulk? Andy?
I think we should defer to Dan.
Hey, that's me. Well, I was thinking because they're doing their what if stuff. It would be very cool if they did a what if of the Professor Hulk becoming Maestro from Conquest of Champions. Because that would be
Why
one
Contest
where...
of Champions, though?
Because isn't that the one where, like, Maestro always collects the stuff, and I was just using that as an example.
Okay.
But like,
I didn't know if there was a reason you chose that.
Yeah, I was just saying, something happened to our TV, guys.
Yeah.
It's not connected. The connection was lost.
Oh, no.
Essentially, it would be since they can't do World War Hulk, which is in my opinion, one of the best Hulk stories.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they could effectively because they basically
couldn't-
did it in Ragnarok.
Exactly.
Essentially, well, I mean, that was essentially Planet Hulk at that point. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
But with
what if with Maestro, I feel would be the closest to that because it would be Professor Hulk kind of going insane, kind of getting too powerful, and then fighting the heroes in the universe. And I think that would be one that would really redeem it because people would want to show up to see a movie of the Hulk beating the crap out of everyone.
Right.
And
yeah.
since villainous movies are in the rise right now, I feel like that could be a good
I mean,
villain
you could make him the
style.
villain of Phase 4.
Exactly.
Like, you don't even need to really do much.
Exactly. Like he could be the villain.
Maestro is
to-
the villain of Phase.
Actually, I
overall.
like this one more than what I just said.
Yeah.
Forget all of that.
Well, that's
Maestro's
kind of what I thought you were
Phase 4.
going with.
What if Maestro is the villain of the entire 10-year plan?
That's what
I
I'm
would love
saying.
it.
Yeah,
You said
like,
Phase 4, so
Oh, well,
that'd be
yeah,
4,
yeah.
5, and 6.
whatever. Do like they did with Endgame, where it ends with Thanos kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
he shows up at the end.
Oh, that would be the greatest build-up ever. We get to Maestro, and Maestro's trying to do whatever Maestro does.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
What does Maestro
Marvel.
honestly do? I'm trying to think about this. Because normally he just shows up and he's mean.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
No,
And we just see
Maestro-
his like trophy room of
He's like
Maestro
putting cats
is
in
the-
trees.
Maestro
Knocking over your
essentially
beer.
is just, I am smarter and stronger than everyone, and I'm not going to
weird. I have the same
argue. I'm
attitude.
just going to kill you and take a trophy from my room.
Right.
That's
So
that
I
is
mean, you
Maestro
just have the
from,
build up. So he's like the big main bad guy.
And then they all fight him.
There's my plan. I don't even need to do anything.
That's going to be a really short episode.
You're welcome, internet.
I just think that would be a cool thing to do.
Gary's watching TV behind us now.
He's putting on.
I think you guys mentioned Norseman. I want to check that out.
I got the subtitles on. It's fine.
I just think it would be cool if they used Maestro, and I think Conquest of Champions would be an okay way for them to do it because they do promote their game that much.
Yeah.
And so it would be also hey, this is the reason why it wouldn't be in main continuity if they did it like that. But I actually do kind of prefer if they made Maestro the villain of Phase 4, because right now we have gotten rid of most of the main villains. Or like some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
We would have to go.
Some of them are supposed to be showing up in the
top tier.
shows and stuff like that. But yeah,
Exactly.
mostly
and
the big
I feel
ones.
like Maestro would be a really good one because everyone's currently okay with the Hulk. So it would be that evil brewing behind friendly doors kind of thing.
Yeah.
That just like over time, they start doing stuff and like.
I mean, they kind of did that with the Doc Green storyline. Where it
Yeah.
started out like, oh, you're the smartest Hulk ever. And he's like, yeah, I am.
Well, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, he basically was like, yeah, I am. And then as time went on, it was like, and now he's depowering everyone.
Right.
And he's fighting
Well,
everyone.
that's what I'm saying. So if you think about it, because the first part of the MCU was a lot of like Tony Stark did stuff because he thought it was the best way to do it, and then he kind of kept screwing crap up.
Yeah.
Until the end. It's okay. But what if the Hulk did that, where he's like, no, this will be great, and then eventually it starts leaning more and more evil.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
like
he's
just
we have to do this, guys. Yeah.
exactly,
I
and
see
like
this as a
not
total win.
actually show him like as he's getting crazier. You can use like the effect of they're hinting at him becoming Maestro because he's becoming crazier and like growing the beard, because then they can use that as like a storytelling device
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
crazier
Every
and
movie, he's
evil,
got a longer beard.
he gets the bigger beard, because when you think of Maestro, you usually think the giant kind of Santa
Oh, yeah.
beard
Yeah.
And balding.
and bald.
He's balding
Exactly.
with the big
Yeah,
beard.
yeah.
That's always the image
The
of
hair
Maestro.
went from here down to here. But if
makes
he
sense.
wants it back here,
He's like a fuzzy Willy.
forhims.com/comics.
I feel like we're really hamming in our sponsor today. Sponsor's going to love it.
Yeah. I thought that was a good slide.
It was nice. It was nicely done. I could also say my other plan, since I came up with the most brilliant plan ever, but my second brilliant plan would be you go the opposite direction. You do like Immortal Hulk. Where
Immortal Hulk.
Yeah, where he reverts back to the more monstrous one, and then like the entire DC universe. Yeah, the entire DC universe fights him.
Batman and Superman,
Yeah,
they
just
show
show
up. They're like, oh, we heard that you're having a secret crisis. So.
But no, it's Henry Cavill, but it's Henry Cavill as
Witcher?
As who's the Superman anagram in or the basic
Hyperion?
suit? Hyperion, yeah. It's Henry Cavill as Hyperion.
With the mustache.
Yes, with the mustache, sure, why not?
And Ben Affleck will be Moon Knight.
Ben Affleck is Moon Knight.
It's Nighthawk. It's Nighthawk.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Just saying. Anyway, no, so yeah, you go the other direction, you do like Immortal Hulk, or you make him a villain, or monstrous again, and just like the entire MCU turns against him again, and then you could just be like, yeah, we have
You get a version of World War Hulk.
Right.
But you set it up to be Maestro.
Right,
Because you've already
yeah.
kind of done Planet Hulk, so you really can't use that as the catalyst.
Yeah.
So
Good word usage, by the way.
I'm trying. I have a word of the day calendar.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I got word of the day toilet paper, but I went through like 30 words a day. What? Keep going. Anyway.
Dan got a word.
So we've come up with together we've come up with like 3 brilliant ideas. What's yours?
Fantastic.
Mine
The best.
is to open up a portal in time travel to the Adverse where the Maestro is.
What's he doing there?
The Maestro is learning how 4 hymns work.
Well, he's trying to
improve
get his hair back.
That makes sense.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Hims, a wellness brand for men. A new year has begun and it's time for you to take back control of your hair with 4 Hims. 66% of men start losing their hair by age 35, and if you wait until your hair begins to thin, well, it's going to be too late. With Hims, you can prevent all of this and keep your head full of hair. 4hims.com is the solution, being a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. With Hims, you can avoid those awkward doctor visits and save hours by going online to 4hims.com. It's super easy. Just answer a few questions and a doctor will review it and give you a prescription that gets shipped directly to your door. Dive into 2020 hair first. Right now, my listeners could start getting their first month for free by going to 4hims.com/comics. That's 4him.com/comics. And here's a quick disclaimer for you. Prescription requires an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Offer valid only if prescribed, 3-month minimum subscription. Additional restrictions apply. See the website for full details and important safety information. Remember, that's 4hims.com/comics. All right, we got to close the Adverse. Ready, guys? We're going to do a fusion high five. Ready? 3-way high five to close the Adverse. Ready? Close the Adverse, Ed!
Don't hit my hand too hard, because the blisters.
Way to ruin it.
I'm sorry. He wants me to go rock climbing, and I can't straighten my hand.
He's the only person I know who goes rock climbing. I don't even mean this in a bad way. It's just the way it happened for
But it's going to come out that way.
He's going to say it in a way that's going to be like, Dan's a complete idiot. By the way, Dan, you should wake up extra early to come with me still.
No, I wasn't going to say you're an idiot at all. You're the only guy I know that goes rock climbing. And I got 1 callus that tore off, and like you go, hey, you're gonna have 1 or 2. And Dan's the only guy that I know
gets
and this
4
is
on each finger.
This goes back into your man card after you just went, don't high five me. Literally, he tore open his entire palm. By the time
I'm not
we
sure
were
if
done,
you can kind of the lights are making
you're
it
really
weird.
pale.
his entire
I am.
palm was tore open. He looks at me and he's like, I think I should stop. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the? Yes, you should. What?
I had more.
He's like, I can't even scratch myself anymore.
Oh, trust me. Later that day, I had like band-aids and like bandages all over, and I'm like doing some like.
He's just wearing oven mitts.
I was like trying to, because I also couldn't like support things. So like my 2-gallon milk for my tea, I'm just like, oh.
So anyway, yes, my idea for the Hulk.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you guys came up with great ideas that would pan over.
Wait, did we
the-
actually close the portal?
I think we technically did.
You closed it. I was just.
It's like half closed.
It's half-
Ads are just spilling out.
Oh, it's too much sexual wellness. Get back in the
I
bottle.
was gonna start naming a bunch of her ads, but I'm like, I don't know how many of those are still on board right now. So, so you guys came up with a great idea for the phases in general, like phase 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that idea. The idea that we build towards the Maestro
Because it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
amazing.
You're
I think-
welcome, Marvel.
I'm going to
best
take an idea
idea.
from our Twitch chat. I actually think it was Mo.
So you're stealing from somebody else?
I totally am.
All right.
They were saying the end credit scenes could be like, here's a movie for Spider-Man, and then the end credits is the pan over the trophy room of like the Spider-Man mask, and then like Captain America.
Oh, I
Shield
see. So,
broken.
yeah. Because, I mean, technically, Maestro a lot of the times is in the future, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, technically, we didn't see anyone doing the hammer clank at the end of Endgame.
It's Maestro.
It's Maestro.
Forging a new weapon.
Nothing.
Using Mjolnir.
For those who are listening,
I
Dan
really
just
need
gave
to-
a face to the camera.
I need to get a job at Marvel. I'm a genius.
But what I want to discuss is they're saying that if this rumor's true, it was implying that there is a new solo Hulk film.
Yes.
So your guys' idea is great, and it's
For
gonna
like
build
building up. Yeah.
All right. All right.
But what would the solo Hulk?
I'm telling you,
film
Immortal
be?
Hulk.
Into the Hulkverse.
That's an awful idea. Why does everything have to be into the something verse these days?
Fine. Out of the Hulkverse. Better.
You. We
So what
must
I was
escape
thinking
the
is,
Hulk verse.
I was thinking, along those lines of it being a solo Hulk film, it's used to present the Hulk family. We already know the She-Hulk show exists.
Yes.
Yes.
Single female lawyer.
So what if the next Hulk film
Yes.
is basically the beginning of the transition into Maestro, or maybe even it's finally the story of how he got to Professor Hulk? Where you could even drop hints that this could make you more crazy, more deranged. We're getting a Black Widow movie, which is going to bridge the Black Widow gap.
Right, yeah.
Why don't we get a
Bridge
Hulk movie?
between her and death.
Right, and why don't we get a Hulk movie
Lots
where
of
it's
stuff in
Savage
between.
Hulk
Right.
and Banner trying to come to terms? The end result's going to be Professor Green.
Yeah.
But in the middle, we could also introduce She-Hulk. We could also introduce Amadeus Cho.
I think
No
that's
one
probably
wants. We could also,
because nobody wants him. Because he's like a terrible Hulk.
What? People want Braun. Isn't that what he goes by?
No, that was what he went by when they went to like Weird World was Braun.
was it?
No, I think he stuck with Braun.
Did he?
I think
Okay.
he did.
I know that's what they called him in
Hulkling
Weird
is
World.
like the
He's like a scroll.
he's a shapeshifter that's dating the other Sorcerer Supreme.
So,
dude.
so my idea is that the Hulk movie would be a prequel.
Like a
Right.
prequel movie, yeah.
But that's where you could easily start. Like first, you reintroduce everyone you want to be.
Like
in the
it's
Hulk
like
universe.
after.
It'd be between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, I
basically.
was gonna say it's right after Infinity War, kind of showing how the Hulk got there.
Right. But what you do is, and we use this as an excuse because we know this wasn't intended, but we use the excuse of the reason they didn't tell us how we got to Professor Green is because it's all implying Maestro stuff. And we introduced She-Hulk, we reintroduced Rick, we could bring back General Ross, he's the only one that stuck around.
All right. Here's an idea to kind of go off of that. If they did do like the origin kind of backstory thing of how they joined together,
Yeah.
but that's only the first half of the movie, and we learned that the energy of him doing the snap has actually messed up with that perfect sync, and that's what leads into the craziness because what was a perfect union has now gone out of whack. The Hulk's no longer as powerful. He's starting to go a little insane.
Better
starts
idea.
messing with the. My ideas are never good enough.
No,
for
no,
him.
no,
He
no.
always has something.
Because
Because
you want to do half and half. I say we do the full movie, but you just throw in a line at some point where they have the perfect sync. They're like, man, this is perfect. As long as there's not some giant amount of cosmic energy, everything should go okay.
As long
for
as
you.
we don't snap our fingers too hard.
Don't get anywhere near those Infinity Stones. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, what are the chances you'll have the Infinity Gauntlet?
All
in
right,
hand,
no,
Hulk?
I got your perfect movie here right now. The Hulk fights against the Squadron Supreme, who are played by all of the same DC actors.
That is a genius idea.
That's a genius
I love
idea.
it. I love it.
All of them. Gal Gadot is in there.
Which Batman would you take? Because we have two now.
All of them.
Both of them.
They're both in
Screw it, I don't give a shit.
Ben Affleck's now Thomas Wayne Batman.
Yeah. Henry Cavill will come through as Hyperion or Geralt.
You really just want to see
whatever.
him, Geralt.
Whatever, I don't care anymore.
Well, if we're doing that, then Gal Gadot is the Israeli car girl from Fast and the Furious that dies in like 6.
So the one that actually played by Gal Gadot. yeah. She just showed up in the MCU.
Just racing in the
And Wonder
background.
Woman. They're both in there. She's just like, what?
Screw it, why not? Let's have a multiverse fight. I don't give a shit.
We have a Parent Trap situation. It's like, you look just like me.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if Marvel was like, you know what, let's do a Squadron Supreme movie and we'll just get all of the DC actors to do it. That would be genius.
They actually just get all the people that wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't get the role.
Well, I mean, okay. You know what's funny is I can totally see that happening because look at Christian Bale. In the interviews,
That's
they said
true,
that
yeah,
Christian
yeah,
Bale was like he was fine doing more Batman,
He's
but it
coming
needed
to-
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
He's
And
gonna
they
be
picked
in-
him
He's
up
gonna
to
be
be
in
Beta
Thor.
Ray Bill.
Yeah.
Well, they think
No.
Beta Ray Bill.
They're saying either that or
Dario Agger.
Yeah.
He'd be a good.
Yeah, those are the
very
two
good.
main runners.
I
Minotaur.
think he's going to go in that direction, honestly.
I could see
because
that over Beta Ray Bill, honestly.
The hair. It looks Minotaur.
I don't know. Bradley Cooper made a hell of a career as a little animated cartoon.
That is true.
Raccoon.
That is true.
So.
Yeah.
But he's
And Vin Diesel made a hell of a career out of one phrase.
He's Beta Ray Bill, but he's doing his Batman voice the whole time. I'm Beta Ray Bill.
I'm Beta Ray Bill. Don't destroy.
This is completely off topic. I just think this would be a brilliant idea.
Because we're not known for being off topic.
I
It takes
know,
us
right?
10
I
minutes
get to go on
the
tangents too.
I feel, honestly, for the record, with the Beta Ray Bill thing, I think that should be one of those roles that's played by an unknown actor. I think it's one of those roles that you get an up-and-coming person, put them into that role, and let them do what they
I
do.
can see it.
Because it is such a no one knows anything about the character that I feel like it gives so much more potential to certain people as opposed to Batman becoming a horse.
I have a much better. Let's just get this. I don't know if you know.
I have a much better idea.
Have you noticed how every time I say something, then he goes, I can do way better.
It's a little known actor. No one knows him. I think Matt Damon would be great for that role.
Oh, I can see that. Here we go. Christian Bale
Damon.
plays the Frog Thor.
Oh my God.
Froggy?
Throg.
Froggy,
Thank
that
you.
was it. Yeah.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
Danny DeVito.
Plays Throg.
No, Beta Ray Bill.
But it's no Michael Cera. But it's just Michael Cera.
No, but
No
it's Michael
special
Cera.
effects,
It's Michael
no
Cera,
costume.
but with one of those horseman heads.
Oh my
I
God.
take it back. That'd actually be better. Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
I mean, yeah, Hulk. I mean, to me, the best stories for Hulk were like World War Hulk and Planet Hulk. So not doing those.
that's the problem with the
Yeah.
Hulk. My favorite story.
Although I am liking the Immortal Hulk run, so which is why I think reverting him into like the Immortal Hulk run, which kind of reverted him to the more monstrous version of Hulk. I
if
could
they
see.
hadn't done Logan, I would
I
have
have a
said
better
Old
idea.
Man Logan and do the Wastelands version of Banner.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Like
that
a
would be
really,
That would've
really
been cool,
dark
yeah.
and
Lost my train of thought.
well, clearly it wasn't a better idea.
I
Yeah.
was trying to mess with you. I didn't even have an idea.
Dan's like, let's go out for burgers. But it's like, I got a better idea. Tacos.
That happens.
So Hulk stories.
Yes.
I only like 3 of them before Immortal Hulk. Immortal
Okay.
Hulk is an incredible story.
Yeah,
It is.
But the 3 that I would rank up there are World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, and the Red Hulk Saga.
Okay.
And the Red Hulk Saga isn't even so much like, it's more like a lot of stories.
I mean, you could do the Red Hulk too. Just because they have the rights to Hulk doesn't mean they're going to do a Hulk
Yeah.
movie.
He could completely
They
stay
could-
Professor Green and we get Savage Red Hulk.
They could do Red Hulk. I mean, they could go Amadeus Cho.
Yeah.
That could be the solo Hulk movie.
Actually, I can
and like
see
Ruffalo
Amadeus-
could be there as like the mentor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because the Amadeus would work.
my level. I'm wearing a sweater.
See, this is a total win. It just says that endlessly.
Well, the Amadeus Cho one would work because like he absorbs in the comics he absorbs the gamma radiation and essentially takes it from him.
Yeah.
Once again, if we count this as a sequel to Endgame, they could use the excuse of the gamma radiation is now unstable because of the damage to the arm. They don't know what to do with it. This kid Amadeus Cho shows up and he's like, "I'll take it."
I mean, they could be moving that direction because we do know that there is a Miss Marvel show coming out.
They could be leading towards the
Yeah.
Champions as their next Avengers.
Yeah.
And you get
But
Braun
yeah,
on
just
that
because they have
team.
the full rights to Hulk doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a Hulk movie. Not Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Especially with She-Hulk, means they're exploring the Hulk family.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you could do Red Hulk. You could do, Amadeus Show. You could do, what's another Hulk spinoff? The Hulkbusters. What was that team? The gamma radiation guys who fought. There was a team of them.
I think it is
Gamma Men?
Hulkbusters.
Is it Hulkbusters?
Or Gamma Men. Yeah, that's another
Maybe one of them. But there's like a bunch of them who were affected by
Gamma
gamma
guys.
radiation.
Oh, okay.
The Gamma Gang.
Chat brought up someone that we haven't
Hulk.
thought about.
Gamma Gang.
And this could be an incredible movie. What if Scar, his son, he just comes
Oh, that'd
on
be
the planet,
awesome.
Savage Hulk,
Conan the
father,
Barbarian Hulk? Hell yeah.
Yes.
I was in. I was
and
in.
he shows up, and then the
in
movie is Mark Ruffalo Hulk, who's now chill and
So stay with me. I got your synopsis right here. This is going to be on the poster. He came. He banged. He left. Now his son is pissed
Can
off.
I get fan art of that poster? He
bangs. He left
because he was
his son is pissed.
His son is pissed because he was supposed to be on Sakaar. I forget how long they said it in the movie. It was like 5 years or something like that.
5 years. Because when he goes back to the ship, he's like, I've been here 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah. And I mean, he was a big deal on Sakaar.
I mean, I would not be surprised.
I would watch a Scar movie probably twice.
But the best part would be Scar shows up to basically learn from his father or get revenge. But now we've got like chill Professor Hulk.
That's what I want. I want
smoking a joint.
I want
Hey kid, you want a hit of this green
with
stuff?
sure
with
that'll
a
work on
taco,
Disney, yeah.
with a taco because he gave that one taco to Ant-Man. No, stay with me. So the movie opens up. Scar is on Sakaar still, like the Conan the Barbarian version, like he was in the first iteration in the comics, and then comes back to Earth. So I don't want it opening with Scar's like, hey, what's up?
I could see it like starting with like the on Sakaar in like the wasteland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he's
That would be
scrounging
awesome.
through like the trash and stuff, and then sees a thing for the Hulk. Is like, what the hell?
Well, actually,
Yeah,
the chat's
that
even
would be
helping on that
awesome.
with that timeline. Ragnarok, he was on there for 5 years.
Yeah.
Endgame, Infinity War to Endgame is 5 years.
Yeah.
If you add 2 to 3 years, you could just have a 13-year-old son.
Well,
who's better
and in the
revenge.
comics, Scar actually grew really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a very short period, and he was
But there's at
practically a
least 10
teenager.
years
Yeah.
minimum they could throw in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That'd be kind of
We
cool.
just came up with a
That'd
better
be
plan.
Awesome.
And then we turned it into phase 4, 5, and 6, where Scar's beating everyone up.
But
Maestro
then-
comes back to put his son down.
Too much.
Hold on. You ready for this? We get Weapon H.
I like
I don't even know why that's here, but whatever.
I don't know.
Screw it. Why not? We got Hulk rights. We
Yes.
can do whatever we want.
Hulk
rights.
And X-Men rights. We can do whatever
It's
the hell we
perfect.
want.
They were like, oh crap, we want to make so much. Let's just merge them.
I guarantee
And
now
then you
that-
have
now that
the
they
new
have-
Wolverine and the new Hulk battling against the Hulkverine.
I guarantee you, now that we have the rights to Hulk again, I act like I'm part of Marvel. I mean, I'm giving them
you
brilliant ideas. So now that Marvel has the rights to Hulk again and the X-Men, I guarantee we're going to get Weapon H at some point.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
probably be like a throwaway bad guy in a,
That's what I was
movie
thinking,
or something like that, but
You
it'll
have a
happen.
plot.
It'll probably be a failed experiment in the background of one of the labs
Right,
during
like
one of the
a-
scenes.
yeah, exactly,
And you'll
something
just
like
see
that.
like something Hulk-like with
Claws.
like Wolverine's
Yeah.
things, and that'll
What
be it.
if-
But I would still be done.
That'd be
Another
cool.
one from our chat.
'Kay.
What if they're they get the Hulk back, and we're not gonna see that movie for 5 years until after they've introduced the X-Men, so we get the Hulk versus Wolverine movie.
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
I want the ultimate version where he rips Wolverine in half.
Or even better,
throws him.
And then he regrows into two little Wolverines.
oh my God, what if they're gonna use Hulk to introduce the X-Men?
How would
They
they,
make
do that?
the solo Hulk movie.
he
goes
smashes the
savage.
ground, and the X-Men
No,
spawn out.
Wolverine's first appearance is the Hulk.
That is
yeah.
true. Yeah, actually, that is a good point.
So you just follow up at that. He goes
Yeah,
savage.
yeah.
He's in the woods.
That would be a good way to introduce the new Wolverine. Actually,
yeah, and the Wolverine's like, ah!
I still like Scar though. That would be an awesome movie.
He's
too.
also
Can we
there.
get a We'll get a
Maestro.
show. Let me get a Disney Plus show of Scar. Or screw it, we do Planet She-Hulk.
How about
Planet She-Hulk.
Planet She-Hulk.
Why
It's
don't you just
practically
ask
Red
for-
Sonja at this point, but I don't care. You don't know who that is.
Let's just do
We did the video.
World War Hulks.
Yeah,
and have
it's
all
all
the Hulks
fighting.
just fighting each other. and
Scar
everyone else
shows
is
up,
like, oh, crap.
Wolverine's there.
They own the rights to Conan. Why don't you just ask for a Conan show?
They're supposedly coming out with one on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hopefully played by Henry Cavill.
He would be great.
Seriously. Or Jason Momoa, honestly. Get me.
Oh,
I actually
he
like
would
the
be.
2011
Yeah, he would be a good
Conan,
Conan.
so.
So at this point,
I still say, honestly, Scar would be great. Although
Maestro.
introducing the new Wolverine against Hulk would be
Yeah.
a great way to do that.
These are all great
Yeah.
ideas.
if
But you want to
use
know
any
what's
of these-
better?
tacos.
And on that note, guys, you want to know what's even better than that? Supporting us by going to our advertiser forhims.com/comics.
Yes.
And you can also go support us directly at Patreon, patreon.com/comicstorian. If you want to keep the show going, you enjoy it, you want to see it early access. You can also watch it live at twitch.tv/comicstorian every Thursday at about 2 p.m. Eastern. I know it's a little bit shorter than usual. We weren't sure how far this topic could go. I think it's a pretty good length. But I do want to know in the comments down below what your ideas for a Hulk movie or how to reintroduce the Hulk, or why would they even want the Hulk rights back? They must have an idea if they're planning something.
They see it as a total win?
I mean, yeah, but
Part of me also wonders if they're taking things back just so they don't have to worry about other people messing with their stuff.
I mean, that's probable. I mean,
they're like, we're not even going to use Namor or Hulk.
I'm actually thinking that
possible.
went through my head for Namor, like they just don't want to run into that situation.
They don't want the Spider-Man situation again.
Exactly.
I could see that.
From an entire business standpoint, even if movies aren't made, I can almost guarantee that's why Disney
Marvel
is trying so hard to get them all.
They're
back.
just trying to
want
go,
other people
we need
making
this,
their
we need
characters.
this.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That was a great plan 20 years ago, and they were bankrupt. Not so much anymore.
No, not now with the MCU empire.
So there's 3 topics for next week, unless we have something super topical that comes up, such as the Hulk becoming back to the MCU. Let me know. I want to know what your thoughts on the Hulk are, but which of these 3 topics would you like to see on the show next week? We were going to discuss the possibilities of what would Batman be like as each of the Lantern Corps.
As the white one, he'd be hopeful.
And a
That's
Batman
blue.
universe.
As the you're right. Thank you.
Can we save that for an episode?
Okay.
Same thing with the
I mean,
Hulk.
I
We
list
thought
them all.
about doing an idea of like, what if the what would it be like if the Hulk became each of those different versions of the Lanterns, or a Nova Corps member? Yeah, at least got to reference the fact
He wouldn't fit the helmet on his head.
it's sizes.
Sorry, that just made me think of the Conan
Yeah, he's a
2099
Nova
as
Corps
Nova.
member technically now.
I was like, oh my gosh.
And our third concept idea was, did Marvel ruin Deadpool by completely reverting most of the stuff that people were liking about him? And Dan's looking at something on the wall.
No, he was trying to do a head thing.
I was trying to do a hair flip.
Yeah.
Do it. On that note, we'll see you next time right here at Comics Experiment. Hold frame, allow for cut.